My South Korean adventure starts, and I'm in Seoul. I have arrived at last. The flight was good. We've got here, and I'm just outside the city in a dusty car park, looking for a man called Jimmy.
I came from the mud.
The adventure starts. Let's go.
Strong like a tree.
Cheers, cheers. Is that where we're going?
That's right, that's where we're going.
This looks like an interesting place to me. So you like the look?
I love the color.
Hope they won't shoot me down
This
soon.
one, okay. Well, it's pretty much rush hour at the moment in Seoul.
Want to see your reaction? Go ahead.
Wow.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
But there's absolutely no sign of him yet. I just really hope that I've got the right place and the right car park, because there's not many people around at the moment. Well, I guess all we can do is sit and wait and hope Jimmy turns up. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Jimmy?
Yes, Scott?
Yes!
Hi.
We found him. Good to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Now,
Same
I
here.
have no idea what we're doing. In fact, I don't really know where I am. Whereabouts am I at the moment?
Well, right now we're in Gangwon Island. It's the 5th largest island in Seoul.
Yeah.
And we'll be going to 2 cool coffee shops around.
Fantastic. It sounds like a great plan. So, right, okay, well, I guess, look, I'm going to go off with Jimmy and we're going to go and find some coffee shops. Lead the way, sir. The adventure starts. Let's go.
Welcome to South Korea. I'm Scott Ramsey, a professional photographer, photojournalist and filmmaker from the UK. And for the next 3 weeks, I'll be exploring this beautiful country. But first, coffee.
This is an amazing coffee shop. You've never been to something like this before.
Right, we've arrived. Look at this place.
I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good coffee. It's a really unusual place. I really like this coffee shop.
This is why I brought you here, so we can check it out.
And I was reading there's a lot of different themed coffee shops in Korea.
You got like the pet coffee shop. We got even the poop emoji coffee shop. Korea has most coffee shops per capita in the world, I believe. This one in particular, we feel like we're in Alice in Wonderland, don't we?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a window like this before. This kind of coffee shop, is it privately owned by a family or a small business owner?
Oh, it's more likely owned by a family.
It must be a bit of a competition to get who can get the craziest kind of themed coffee shop, yeah?
Absolutely.
We've got another coffee shop to try, which is totally different, I believe. We're going to head off there.
While Jimmy took a moment to admire the view and ponder why he'd agreed to escort a bearded British photographer whom he'd never met before around Seoul, I snuck outside and took my first photograph of the trip. As you can see from my stance, the 12-hour flight had taken its toll on my back, but thankfully the barista was far too polite to say anything and instead just laughed.
I met a man named Melchizedek. He was good.
Have we got far to go?
No, actually, we're right here. Just look across.
In the desert. He invited me to
Right,
stay.
but that's just like a warehouse or something over
I
there.
told you that was kind of unusual,
Is
isn't
it?
it?
Is that where we're going?
That's right, that's where we're going.
Let's go and take a look. This looks like an interesting place to me. Come on, let's go and check this out.
Her name was Jezebel. She was a wild one, a wild one. She said, come out, we could have fun. And then she wanted me to go. She couldn't stand getting too close.
So Jimmy, come over. What's the connection with is it a school bus or a public bus? Do you know?
This bus was used actually for the workers, so it was a commuting bus, you know?
Okay.
And there were thousands of workers that I understand working for this factory back then.
Right.
Yeah.
So they've made a bit of a feature out of it. It's all about reusing, recycling stuff here, it seems to be, yeah?
Apparently, yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is a bit different. You don't often get this when you're going for your coffee, do you?
Look at this, Scott. You can sit actually on the table now and get your coffee down here.
This place is really cool. I like it. I like the fact that it's reusing old stuff, but still keeping the heritage of it and the traditions alive, and making use of this old bus as a coffee shop or a place that you can come and sit once you've bought your coffee. I just love it. It's great.
Hey, Scott, I want you to have a look at this.
I love these old photographs. Look at them. Fantastic.
Oh, these must have been the workers from the factory, you know, back then.
So there's a little bit of a photo exhibition going on.
Yes.
With photographs from the area.
But from that time, you know, amazing.
I love looking at old black and white photographs wherever I am in the world, you know, and it just captures moments in time. Look at these. This boy carrying that. Fantastic. So which is your favorite photograph?
I say they gotta be these two over here, the rickshaw, and this is how you used to, you know, this is a typical thing in Korea. People wash their backs, you know, lying down like that.
Yeah, like it.
I also like the kid, you know, hanging out. These are like charcoal, probably.
For the fire at home?
Fire at home, probably.
Fire at home,
yeah.
okay. I like this one. Although it's blurred, there's something about it, isn't there? There's an atmosphere that the photographer has captured, and the way that the boy is not even looking at the camera.
Yeah.
It's very natural, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
These are good as well, though. The school children working. I've never seen school bags put up to divide. They must be on doing a test or something. Do you think?
They're so concentrated. Look at them.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one, huh? With the little kid. Almost about to cry.
That reminds me of the vaccinations I had to have before I travelled.
Oh yeah, everybody had to.
Yeah, and look at this kid here. He's like, oh no, I know what I'm in for.
I'm next.
I'm next.
So, Scott, more unusual stuff to look around.
And are these antiques you can buy, or are they just for looking at?
Just to look at.
Okay.
You know, decorations for the coffee shop.
Almost like a museum then.
Yeah, you could say that.
Look at the boy with the hat.
Yeah.
He just caught my eye. I guess it's because it's a photograph again, you know? But look at this table down here.
There's even a photo booth. $2, basically. Not too expensive.
Get a passport photograph done while you're here. Old bed over there. Got a mixture of everything here. The wagon is absolutely fantastic. You could have a feast just based around there, couldn't you? You know? I love it. Brilliant. Red telephone boxes that you might see in London. They get everywhere. I've always wondered where they're going to end up. Although you've got a lot of the industry and the machinery around here, you've got all these birds that have made their home in the courtyard area here, flying around. You could probably hear them flying above my head. It's a bit like a sensory overload. There's just so many visuals here that as a photographer you could just spend all day here just taking images. And Jimmy, this is pretty, it's unique to me, this coffee shop or this area, but you know, this is quite a unique place. This is well known for locals to come here, did you say?
It is popular now, I guess. I see around many people coming in,
Yeah.
enjoying a cup of coffee and taking pictures for sure, because it's very unique.
It is. It reminds me of a museum. So
Kind of, yeah.
yeah.
you're right.
Back in the UK, we've got heritage like museums that remember the past a lot. But yeah, this is a little bit like those kind of places where you go back and remember it, and rather than it just being the written word or books or photographs, you've got the actual items that are still being restored or looked after here. It's great.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
I could spend hours in here, minutes.
Oh yeah, I think I could spend a long time.
Look at here inside. Big, isn't it?
This is something else. It's full of surprises here. This is some find.
It is.
It's just every time you turn somewhere, there's a different experience, and I wasn't expecting this. It's so big in here.
It is big. And there's more. We'll go
There's
over
more?
there. Yeah, there's more.
This place is mad. Mad in a good way. Oh, look at this. Look at the wall behind me. You got lights, little seating area back there. You got of course, a dog, a duck, old cash register. Look at this. Always wanted one of those. We've got some works of art over here. Let's go and look. I think pretty much anything that you could think of is here. We've got works of art,
We got even the Snoopy characters, huh?
Snoopy characters down here, and I've even spotted Noddy. Do you know Noddy when you were growing up,
Never
Jimmy?
seen, never heard of it.
Remember, I had a little book, a little children's book with Noddy, so I'm quite surprised to see that Noddy has made it all the way over to here to
Great.
Seoul. It just goes on and on and on. This is obviously the clock corner here, because we have lots of different clocks. Oh, and now we're going to head over to the plate corner. Some interesting plate designs here. Artwork, more artwork, lots of artwork. Scantily dressed ladies. The coffee I can smell is that way. Coffee time?
Yeah, coffee time.
Come on, let's go coffee time. And we'll do some more exploring in a bit. Hang on, before coffee time.
Look at this camera.
Cameras. Love those old cameras. Brilliant. Old cine camera there as well. Right, coffee, come on. Right, drink time. And I'm thinking, we were just looking at the menu, and I'm thinking that I might try something different, because I always have a cappuccino. And we're just looking down the menu. Jimmy, now, what are you going for?
I am going for a cafe latte probably.
Cafe latte, okay. I'm thinking they've got on here a purple sweet latte. No, sorry, purple sweet potato latte. So I'm thinking a purple sweet potato latte might need to be tested out. I'm going to have an iced one as well. So have you ever had one before, Jimmy?
Never, but let's try it out. Let's find out.
So I'm going to guess it tastes of purple sweet potato, but we're going to find out. So the sweet potato, was it purple?
It's purple color. Sweet potato.
Purple sweet potato iced drink has arrived. We've been joking about this because we're not 100% sure what it's going to even taste like. But I'm a great believer in giving something a try, so let's give it a go and see how we get on. Jimmy's laughing, but he's not tasting this. So
I want to see your reaction to it, so go ahead.
Here we go. Wow, that's a unique flavour.
All right, I believe so.
Let's hang on. I won't rush my judgment.
So purple color, what does it taste like?
I wouldn't say sweet potato.
Okay, interesting.
It tastes like purple.
Purple. That's a good one.
It definitely tastes like purple to me. If I could put a taste to it, I can't explain it. What's quite surprising is it's quite a little lumpy, which I wasn't expecting. It's a little lumpy. I guess that's the sweet potato.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a third taste, third time lucky. Do you know what? It's quite nice. It's a thumbs up to the purple sweet potato drink. It's good. I totally recommend it. And the flavour is just like purple. So, Jeno, can you tell me, this is an unusual coffee shop by UK standards, very unusual. Have you been here before?
Jeno explained that he couldn't agree with me more and that it was also his first time at the coffee shop. He found the place really unusual, especially all the old antiques and artwork, and he's enjoyed looking around the place.
Have you travelled far from today to come here specially for coffee or come with your friends?
He lives in a place called Bukchon, which is about 1 hour's drive away.
How much of a dedicated coffee lover are you? I love my coffee 3 or 4 times a day. How about you? How much coffee do you like?
He explained that he was more of a morning coffee person and that he liked to grind his own coffee and loves drinking a fresh cup of coffee in the morning.
Fresh coffee.
Fresh coffee, yes.
And one last thing.
마지막 질문이야.
My first time here, I experienced an amazing drink called a purple sweet potato iced latte. I've never had one before, and it was very unusual, but I liked it. Have you ever tried one?
It turned out that he had. He went on to explain that Koreans really love the taste of sweet potato and that you can even get a sweet potato pizza.
Now you're talking. Sweet potato pizza, that's next on my list. But sweet potato pizza is going to be there. Bye. 감사합니다.
Hungry for the road all my life, thirsty for adventure all my youth, chasing all my freedoms down Liberty Avenue. And every time I hear a phrase,
New York, Paris,
my mother
London,
used to
even
say
Toronto,
to me.
they're on the map here, but we are in the heart of Seoul right now, and with my friend Jimmy here, who's going to be showing me around, and we got some plans, I know that. Let's go over and find him.
Oh, I'm gonna take you to a very special place, Scott.
Right.
It's called the Bukchon Hanok Village.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
sounds interesting.
But before we get there, we gotta get you a Hanbok. You know what that is?
Hanbok? I've never heard of a hanbok before. No?
Don't worry, I'll take you there. We'll
Okay,
find out soon.
am I going to like this?
Yeah, for sure.
Am I going to like it as much as the purple sweet potato drink that you made me try?
Well, we're a little skeptical at the beginning, but then
was.
you like it, right?
Okay.
I hope it's the same.
So I've just got to try it?
Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
try it.
I have no idea what a hanbok is. We're going to give it a go. I trust this guy. Come on then, let's go and find out. I have no idea where he's gone. I can spot him in here. I think the secret is out. I think I know what the hanbok is. Jimmy, there he is.
Good.
So I'm guessing it's a traditional costume, outfit.
You're right, it's a traditional costume fit, so we'll try it on.
Okay, do you think they got my size?
I'm finding
I'm
it out.
tall, okay. I think I'm gonna get fitted out for a hanbok right now. I've lost Jimmy, where's Jimmy? There he is. What's happening, Jimmy? Am I getting fit? Have I got to choose?
Yeah, I think this one, one of the styles that we can try on.
I like the blue,
Yeah.
matches my eyes.
Yeah, but we're trying to find out if they have a bigger size. So we
'cause
might
I'm
have
so
another
tall.
color.
Oh, we're gonna check out whether they've got a hanbok suitable for a 6 foot plus photographer with a beard. We'll work that one out in a moment. Yeah.
I think this one is the size, but this one's the inner one.
Okay.
You'll try like this one over here.
Ah,
How about this one, Scott?
I quite like this. I like this dragon on here. It's a dragon?
It's a dragon indeed.
Oh,
Check it out.
112번이에요.
Yeah, 백신.
예.
The blue. You like the blue color?
I like the blue. What does she think?
그냥 이렇게 조합하면
Yeah, okay.
두
Okay, let's do.
First, you need to take off your coat.
Take this coat up. Right, hold on. I'll be back in a second. Here I am. I've got my hanbok on. I insisted on a hat because, well, I like hats. And the blue, I thought, matches my eyes. What do you think? Let's go find Jimmy, see what he thinks more importantly.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Jimmy,
Look at you.
what do you think?
I think it's amazing. It looks great on you.
So you like the look?
I love the color, huh? Great.
Hey, he
great
likes the color.
choice.
Good color. I thought matches my eyes.
Yes,
You like the hat?
I like the hat as well.
I'll let you into a little secret. My hat, I've got a big head. So I don't think this hat is designed for big heads. However, we're gonna make it work. Right, I'm all dressed up. Now where are we going?
We're heading now to Bukchon Hanok Village.
Okay,
Let's find that out.
right. Onward.
So you're dressed up what we call a yangban, which is the high nobility, the noble class, the ones that
I like this.
learn the Chinese classics and all. So
Right, so
very well educated.
well educated.
noble.
That's me.
Yeah, it's you.
I like that. That's good. Okay. So I noticed that there was some royal outfits in there and different.
There was one
outfits.
with the red color silk dress with
yes.
the dragon inside. That's the king's dress.
Ah, the king's.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me about the king's one. I might have gone for the king one. Okay. Now, more importantly, the last thing I want to do is upset anybody in Korea by wearing this. But Jimmy reassured me that this is okay and almost encouraged for people to get dressed up. And on our way here, I did see some people dressed up, but of course didn't realize that that's what I'd be wearing. But you were saying it's okay, I won't offend anyone.
It is perfectly safe to wear it. In fact, it is encouraged to you to do it so you can get that royal experience if you ever go to the palace.
There we go, folks. So if you ever come to Seoul, I suggest nip in that shop, tell them Scott sent you, you'll get a good price, and you'll also be able to look like me when you're walking around. It's a new experience.
So Scott, let me show you over here. This is the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art of Seoul.
Oh,
the MoMA.
Great.
A little taste of home, home, home. Just a little taste of home.
Poor old Jimmy has ended up carrying all my photography gear.
I'm here to help.
He's here to help, he's doing a great job. While I look my dandiest walking around in Seoul with my new hat.
We're gonna cross
On our way. Right, cross over, I'm following you. My life is in your hands.
Nice coffee shop on your right.
Oh,
Very traditional, yet you know the coffee, great tasting.
so another good spot in Seoul. Once you've got your Hanbok, come and get a coffee here. We might even have time, but we are running out of time. Today has been a busy day and we've got a lot still to fit in. We're going to finish today up at another interesting place, but we've got to go and find out where Jimmy is taking me now. Now help me out with my Korean pronunciations, Jimmy, because regular followers of mine will understand that I often have pronunciation problems in my own native language of English,
Yes.
let alone Korean. So we are going to Bukchon Village.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
Bukchon Village,
Bukchon Village, okay.
which literally means northern village.
Northern Village,
That's
okay.
right.
Okay.
And the name of the traditional houses is called Hanok. So it will be a full name, Bukchon Hanok Village.
Bukchon Hanok Village, okay. Just behind me, some ladies in their traditional dress. And all I keep thinking about is, if I did this in central London, walking along, there might be more people looking at me, but actually everybody is just
Normal.
normal. Nothing's a problem. I don't really feel uncomfortable at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is certainly not what I expected from this morning when I left the hotel. Now I'm not complaining, Jimmy, but there's quite a lot of walking involved.
Yeah, it is. But if you check out here on your right, look,
Wow.
this is a nice alleyway. Look at that, filled with rich of contrast.
And I can see we're starting now to get some of these are the more traditional houses here.
Yeah, these are the traditional Hanok houses that we'll see all, you know, as we get along the road.
So it's worth a walk?
Yes, worth the walk. Let's
Okay.
check it out.
Not that I'm complaining, because he's carrying the bag. All I've got to do is carry the hat, so it's no problem. So in these traditional houses, I mean, is it just for tourists, or do people still live here?
People actually live here. It's been passed down by generations, so it's a
Oh.
real functioning neighborhood.
Okay.
Scott.
And is it a popular place to live? Or is there like a waiting list, or would it only be if your family had owned a property here?
You know, the location is very centric, so people would love to live here.
Right.
We're near the palaces, you know,
Okay.
near some great coffee shops around, more coffee shops, and
Yeah.
you know, easy access for public transport.
Right, okay. So high demand to be living here.
That's right.
Expensive area, would you say?
Expensive now,
Yeah.
yes, passed down through generations, and you know, if you take a look at this over here, check this out. What a great view you'll see.
Oh wow, yeah, look at this. So is this still the palace here?
That's a National Folk Museum, but it's inside the palace premises. So, the pagoda over there,
Yeah.
beautiful, isn't it?
And you can see the rooftops here,
Yeah.
down here.
What's beautiful over here is that from this point onwards, from the palace behind, you'll see a lot of nature covering, you know. Hey Scott, if we turn left over here, I'll take you to see some hidden gems of this special place.
I wasn't completely sure if I wanted to see Jimmy's hidden gems, but my curiosity got the better of me and I stuck close behind him.
And another reminder, Scott, there are some ladies with a yellow vest. They're in charge of, you know, because it says neighborhoods living in this area. She'll try to, you know, let the people know that we have to talk in whispers. We have to talk quietly.
Okay,
So
right.
right now we're fine. We'll just
Okay.
go first.
I don't want to get into trouble, so I've got a loud voice, so I'm going to have to keep quiet.
You're gonna go to the part where there's no fence so you can have a better shot. Look at that.
Got a hint of it here, look at this. Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
The tiled roofs are fantastic. Looking across. So Jimmy, come and talk to me. How many hundreds, or is it thousands of years history is here?
Since the construction of the palace, probably in 1395, about the same period, I would say it's fair to that people were living in these houses.
In this area.
Yeah.
So the modern city that we see, and we've been through today several times, has grown up obviously around this area.
Yes. In fact, during the 1970s, Korea was set to, you know, there was a big development, a lot of development going around, and this place was also in danger, you know. But
okay.
thank God there was a persuasive a group of locals who wanted to keep this area intact, and so
Because once things have gone, they've gone. They're never going to come back, are they?
that is right. So, and thank God they won, you know. So
Yeah.
the municipality thought it was a great idea, and now it's a cultural heritage area.
Fairly, you might not know the answer to this rather, but fairly protected during all the wars and the troubles that have happened here.
Yes,
Yeah.
fairly protective. I think there might be about 900 of these traditional houses.
Okay.
So they're still doing a good job.
Because during the Korean War, I've read, you know, there was a lot of destruction. The whole country was suffered.
That
not,
is right.
Not only the people, but also the architecture and the buildings.
So for that reason, some of the houses are still with that traditional style of architecture, but the materials could be a little newer, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
because
yeah.
of that. So Scott, I have a question for you. What are you looking for in particular?
Well, when I'm photographing people, you know, I'm very much led by who they are and where they are.
Yeah.
On this occasion, I'm looking to capture the old city or the old village here, and the architecture, and ideally the new in the distance.
So you want a contrast of the old and the new.
If we can do that, that would be fantastic. So this must be the area you just mentioned.
Yes, Scott. This is like one of those famous area where, you know, whenever you come visit Bukchon Hanok Village, you have to come through this street.
And it's popular for people taking photographs.
That is right. And I think
can
we got
see
a
why.
good space for us.
Look at this place. So
this is where actually the lady with the yellow vest would be standing, but today there's not many people, Scott.
we're okay. I
We're okay.
won't get told off.
Yeah.
I'll still keep my voice down.
Okay.
my big booming voice.
We'll see some people living, in fact.
Now,
around.
I'm gonna predict that at the top of that hill, I might be able to get my photograph.
That's right.
Yeah?
Well, let's look and go
Right.
up on it.
Come on in. Jimmy is so pleased that he's carrying my camera bag for me. Little glimpse of what's behind me. It's definitely going to work. I can see the picture already. So we'll go to the very top. Catch my breath. We'll go to the very top and we'll work our way down, because you don't always get the best picture at the very top. Sometimes you need to walk down. And as a photographer, I'm not always looking for photograph of buildings by themselves. I like to see people in the pictures. So hopefully there's a few people around today. Might just get a glimpse of people in there as they're looking and exploring and taking pictures.
Scott, here's a lady with a yellow vest.
Oh,
Gotta
okay.
talk in whispers.
Shh. Gotta talk quiet. She's over there. Shh.
Here, this is the best spot.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
the Tower of Namsan and all the early modern buildings all together.
Fantastic. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Look at that, you see? This is the spot right down there. That's where I'm going to take my picture.
I'm watching the sunset on Tennessee hills. I wish I could capture it, I never will. 'Cause I'm not a painter, can't stay in the lines. Just sitting here sipping on dandelion wine. It's starting to rain, but I don't feel a thing. Sitting out rocking on that old porch swing.
That works. So sometimes it's just good to watch people and get photographs as they're doing the touristy thing, and they forget about me as a photographer and they're concentrating on other things, getting selfies and stuff. And I find that more interesting. Sometimes you can show a really touristy space by embracing all the people and all the different nationalities and all the tourists that are around there with you at that moment, rather than spending hours standing there trying to get a shot with nobody in, which sometimes is impossible. I always like to show the people interacting in the space as they see it through their eyes. And that worked. That was quite nice. That was good. The lady's been so helpful, and I haven't gone into trouble yet. And she said, come and have a little look at this area here, a little side street that a lot of people, my hat's falling off, bear with me. A lot of people don't come this far. And it's interesting because you can just see over the tops of the traditional houses, but also right in the distance there is Namsan Tower, which is where we will be going soon, and going up to the top to admire the view. So that's where we're going to end our day, but for now we're going to see if we can get some pictures just here showing the tower.
And the patterns and powers that we can't quite see. You can spend your life guessing or look for the signs.
So although a lot of the local people are here to get the picture of the view and the odd selfie, what I'm quite interested in capturing is the people taking a picture of the view, which puts a different dynamic into the photograph. And the lady that keeps an eye on everyone, she's disappeared, and I'm wondering if she might let me take her photograph, because that would be quite interesting. Oh, she's down there. We'll go and ask. I've got my picture taking spot.
Although it's suddenly got busy, so I think I've now lost my spot. I've got to be patient.
Bye bye. Bye. So let's go and look around a little bit more. And more climbing stairs, I believe now. Yeah.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every start, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. With every start, we are born again.
The Hanbok has been returned. And now we're trying. It's pretty. There's one. Okay. Well, it's pretty much rush hour at the moment in Seoul, so we're trying to flag down a taxi, and I think we might have one. We've got one. Fantastic. We're in.
With every start, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head.
We have arrived after a hair-raising trip, the most hair-raising trip of my life in a taxi. That guy was in a hurry.
Yeah, he was definitely.
He got us here very quickly, and thank you, sir. Safe driving ahead of you, but we are here, so this is good. And I tell you where we are. We're at the bottom of Namsan Tower.
That is correct, yes.
My pronunciations are getting a lot better. And I believe we're going to go up in a cable car.
Yep, you've got the cable car right here in front of us.
Right here. So, and I love a cable car, especially on a nice evening like this evening, and we've got a little bit of blue sky, so it could be some great views up the top there. So let's go and have a look at this cable car. Come on. I don't think I've ever been on a cable car before. I'm trying to think. When as a child I was on the cable car. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be good. Jimmy's just got the tickets, and we got the round trip up there and back again. Let's go and have a look. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were all going to get in. It must be bigger than I thought. Oh yeah, it is. It's massive.
Oh, it's a little wobbly. So watch out.
Great view of the city, as I had expected. Yeah. So when we did our photograph, looking along with the traditional houses, this is the tower that we could see.
That's right.
And that is where we're heading. Almost skimming the tops of the trees. They must cut them down. Thought it was going to stop then. Keep going.
Like it.
Keep going.
Oh, a little bumpy.
You presume it's meant to do that. We're safe. We've made it. Okay, let's go and explore. Now, viewers out there that have been paying attention to my adventures today will know or realise that I've now got the backpack. Jimmy is now free, free to run and take it easy as we climb up these rather a lot of steps. Wish me luck. Okay, I definitely won't need the gym tomorrow morning. That was a good walk. And we've made it. We are here, right up above me, Namsan Tower. Great. All I want to know is, are there any more steps?
Just a little more, and then we'll sit.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Let's go. Jimmy, what a view.
I know, incredible. Very spectacular here.
This was so worth the walk up here.
I'm glad you like it, Scott.
You can really see the city, can't you?
Take a look at this, huh? Very massive. Concrete jungle.
A concrete jungle, you're right. But in amongst this beautiful mountainous area and the trees and the, you know, everything around. It's massive.
It is.
Isn't it? It's a huge city.
But I also like the mountains. Korea is a mountainous country. Beautiful. It blends in.
It does, in an odd way, it does blend in together with the mountain peaks over there. It really does. And what am I looking over here?
I see the blue house, which you call it the Cheongwade.
This is where the president's
That's correct.
home or offices are?
Both, it will be
Both.
home, and it's a presidential office.
Presidential office, okay. A bit like the White House in America.
It is.
But you got the Blue House.
Instead of the White House, we got the
Okay.
Blue House.
And am I right in thinking that I read that it was built next to a mountain for security?
For security
Against
reasons.
North Korea, there's no way that like they could fire artillery.
What better location to have a mountain that protects you from the back?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
it's like a Korean geomancy, what we call it, or feng shui.
it is beautiful. But there's more to see, I believe.
Yes, we'll
we
have
got-
to check out on the other side of the tower.
We've got to check out. Let's go and have a look. So we're just over the other side now. And Jimmy, you were explaining what river were we looking through here?
We're looking at the Han River right now.
The Han River.
The river that divides the city in half.
Okay. It's a wide river. It's a big river, isn't it? A bit
Yeah.
bigger than the Thames.
Yeah, a lot wider at least.
So we're looking south now at the moment, yeah?
That is correct. We're looking at the south.
And this region, the southern part of the city, is relatively new compared to the older part, I understand.
That is right. Yes. Very new infrastructure, wider avenues, and you know.
And is that more of like a financial area?
There's also a financial district. There's also the famous popular area called Gangnam, which you may have heard in the song.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, open Gangnam style.
Yeah.
That's over there.
Oh, well, I've got to visit there.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I can't see a thing, but this is magical.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
it looks like it, huh?
you take me to all the best places in Seoul, I can tell you. Wow. This is something else. This really is. But it's great. Look at this. It's a bit psychedelic. It's a bit trippy, actually. After a long day and a bit of jet lag, it's kind of warping my mind. Okay, I need to get out of here. We made it to the top,
Yeah, we did.
and we've got another great view.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, amazing.
That extra height really allows you to see down into the city.
Now we can say we're really at the highest point of Seoul.
So North Korea, for those interested, just over that way. And who knows, maybe there is a photographer over there shooting a North Korean video with a camera on a stick and a camera around his neck, standing somewhere over in North Korea, looking this way at this precise moment in time, going, over there is Seoul in South Korea. Who knows? We'll give him a wave.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good idea.
The hand of friendship across a large amount of sweets.
Yeah, look at all
A
those
lot,
trees.
a lot of sweets.
And you like
so
sweets, don't you, Scott?
now I do like sweets actually. However, and now that I understand the reasoning of the sweets, because to be honest with you, by the time you've walked up all the stairs and taken the trippy ride in the lift and experienced the trippy waiting kind of area, you probably need some sugar just to kind of, you know,
Exactly.
really give you a big boost. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of confectionery there. So what's my photograph going to be? I'm not sure. I don't think my photograph's going to be up here. I think my photograph's going to be on the outside observation deck. This is beautiful. This side, the south side. I kind of like that view from the observation when we first arrived of looking north. There's something about it with the mountains going through there and the blue house.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy's
right.
nodding there. We've got the blue house as well. So I think that's where I'm going to try and do my photograph. Hopefully before it gets too dark. But then again, it's that fine line between waiting for that light to drop. It's clouded over a little bit. It's a bit murky. However, we wanted just a hint of the street lights coming on a little bit. Hopefully we might be able to get something.
Yeah.
Let's go and find it. So Jimmy has just told me that I have to go into the toilet and check out what's going on in there. Okay, I've trusted him so far, part of this journey. I'm going to carry on trusting him and go and have a little look for myself. So Jimmy, come on, we've got to go before I get arrested. I've been to some amazing places in my time, but I don't think I've ever been to a toilet with such an amazing view. Only in Seoul can you experience things like this. Right. It's rocking. I love it. I'm a great believer in when you're traveling around, you meet people and you never know who you're going to bump into. So there I am at the top of the tower here with Jimmy taking some photographs, and these two ladies came over to me and we're going to introduce them, Laura and Laura, who are just here. Laura and Laura, the two Lauras, there they are. Hi guys. And they came over to me. Come and stand with me. These guys came over to me and said, who are you? What are you doing? And I was like, okay, I explained we're doing this travel documentary. You're students living here in Seoul, yeah?
Yes, sir.
And I said, I gotta have a chat to you because as an outsider, I've been telling everybody about what I think of Seoul. You've been here, living here the longest, and you're about 3 months?
3 months in,
3 months
yes.
in, okay. Just tell me a little, what was it like? What were the nerves like? When you were getting on that plane to travel here to an unknown country, what was that like, yeah?
Yeah, I've never been out of the US like for 18 years of my life.
Yeah.
So right after I graduated high school, I stepped foot on a plane and I came here, and it was surreal. Like everything, it just felt like you were in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's so different from the US. And you're just like sitting in a taxi cab and you're like, you don't know where to look cause there's so much to see, and like it's a weird feeling. You're like, wow, this is crazy. Like I'm in a different country, you know?
Okay, so when you're in that taxi cab, which I was not many days ago, and did you have that moment that you went, oh my God, what am I doing? Or was that just me?
I think I got that moment too late.
Okay, too late. Okay, so you had already settled in a bit, and then that hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
Delayed.
There was delayed.
Delayed shock. Okay,
Yeah.
but everything's worked out well, yeah?
Yeah.
She
think
says
so.
in a very high-pitched voice. I noticed that. Yeah, sure. Okay,
been ups and downs
It's
for
been
sure.
ups and downs, yeah. But life's
Yeah.
full of ups and downs. You would have,
Yeah.
let's face it, you would have ups and downs if you stayed home and sat on the sofa all day.
Definitely.
So at least you got something to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, like I've had ups and downs. It's definitely very like difficult as a foreigner to live here, but I think if I had to do it all over again, I would.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about myself and
Okay.
about people and the country and how to adapt.
And what about, you know, the difficulties? Would you say that's kind of a language thing as well? Not being able to express yourself, and
definitely.
different mannerisms and humor and everything like that, yeah?
Everybody tells you like, oh, you can survive in Seoul only knowing English. No, you can't. At
limited.
least come with like a beginner's knowledge of Korean.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't know enough. I did not know enough coming here, that's
Okay.
for sure.
So tell me about your experience then, okay? Because it sounds like this is an adventure already.
Oh no, this is been wild. I had the shock immediately. Don't get me wrong, because I came when there was still the required quarantine, and so like the language
Of course.
barrier.
So everything was locked down, yeah?
Everything was still pretty shut down, and you know, I got into this van and everyone's like talking to me, but there is language barrier. You know, there's some English, but there's a lot. You should come with the basic knowledge. Don't be like me, know a little bit more Korean. And so I just got into this van with this person that I didn't like know or where exactly I was going, and they sent me to a quarantine like facility where they just like would drop off the food, like, and so I think the jet lag combined with the shock of like, wow, I'm across the world. Like I've never, even though I was born in Brazil and like raised in the U.S., I never left the Americas. So like, just all of it combined and being alone as a very, very, very extroverted person. Oh, it took me about 3 weeks to just like psychologically adapt.
Oh, okay. Korea is pretty crazy, and we love Korea for that very reason. We want it to be crazy.
Yes.
What's the most crazy thing that you've done so far in your 3 months of being in Korea?
I went to Jeju Island with a group of friends, and it's very commonplace to have fireworks at the beach, and that's something I've never like, you know, done fireworks myself. And I had my friends lined up the firework sticks that you light up yourself, but they lined it up like all next to each other and decided to light them all up at the same time. And I honestly, when we bought it, we didn't know there were fireworks. So the first one that we did, we thought it was just gonna be like, oh, pretty sparkler.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, just I have it on footage.
Oh,
like
okay.
everyone just like jumped back. And then they were like, oh no, we lit up all these fireworks, everyone run! No, it was truly like it was magical, but also life-threatening and like incredible. I'm never gonna forget that moment.
So
in
you're now
Jeju
banned
Island.
from Jeju Island. Literally, don't go to Jeju Island with rockets and start sending them off of the beach like Laura 1 did. Okay, Laura 2, come on then, what's your most crazy moment? Now you've been here longer, so I'm expecting even crazier.
I doubt it's even crazier. Same place, Jeju.
Okay.
Jeju's the
It all I've heard. Now it all happens in
What
Jeju.
happens in
Okay.
Jeju stays in Jeju.
Ah, okay, but not the secrets. No one's watching. Come on.
Yes. So my friend and I booked a trip to Jeju, and we forgot that monsoon season is a thing. So we went there like smack dab in the middle of monsoon season. So we were there for only 3 days, and it was pouring each and every day.
Right.
But I really wanted to go swimming, and so did my friend, who's Korean as well. And the beach was empty, obviously, while it was pouring rain, and we just like put on our swimsuits and we ran towards it,
Okay,
and we got
right.
in while it was pouring rain.
Yeah,
and all
why
the,
not?
Yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah,
crazy.
you've
But
gone all-
all the
yeah.
Koreans around us were like,
Who are these crazy
why are
people?
they? And we were just like screaming and
Who are
like,
these? Who now in the UK we call people outside of our area like grockles. Okay, like it's a friendly terminology, but it's kind of outsiders coming
Yeah.
in. So I can imagine all the Koreans going there and going, who are these grockles running out? And not only are they here in the monsoon season, which nobody does, they are now swimming in the sea while it's pouring down with the rain.
we didn't get sick, so no harm done.
Okay. Laura, come on over. Listen, guys, it's been absolutely fantastic talking to you and meeting you. Thank you so much. It's great.
thank you.
Have a great rest of the time. And I would say we might bump into each other as our travels, you know, as I travel around. However, I think there's something like, how many, Jimmy? About 10 million people?
It's in the middle of Seoul, but there's a metropolitan area which is another 10 million.
Okay, so our odds of possibly meeting up again while we're here is probably 10 million to 1. However, I am a great believer that if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So when I'm visiting Hongdae soon, which I believe is the party capital of Seoul, you never know, these guys might be round the corner drinking or singing karaoke or something, I don't know. I got the feeling they might be. I'll just head towards the noise. Fireworks, look for the fireworks. Okay guys, thank you so much. See you soon, bye.
Oh my God, that was amazing. That was
Amazing people, fantastic, brilliant, love it.
I knew a man from Golgotha. He was a giving man, a giving man. He promised he would break my every day. In every way I use the word. The wall, the water, and the world. And I'm curious who I'll meet next. Who among them I will love best. That depends upon the context. Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
My journeys continue around the city of Seoul.
There's bees outside.
40,000 bees in there alone.
Fish market.
Fish market? I love markets. Wherever I'm in the world. The food has arrived, we've got the seat. And the good news is, I'm wearing a tweed jacket. Chopsticks are ready. Oh, pride of place.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
And we got to get with the noodles. Fantastic. The adventure starts. Let's go.
A wild one.